The Fill the Gaps initiative has been a lifesaver for Lancaster. My name is Justin Henze. I'm the principal at Lancaster School. This is my first year at the school. When I arrived here, there was a lot of negativity among students and staff, and just not a lot of trust. Relational trust wasn't there. The Fill the Gaps initiative helped tremendously because we really focused on our character education, really getting students to be mindful about their actions, and that's been incorporated through the art and music project, so it's been a tremendous help for us.
In MPS, each school is allotted a certain amount of dollars to provide services for art, music, and Phi Ed. In art and music particularly, there were over 25 schools that did not have licensed teachers to be able to fill those positions. In the past, if there were vacancies in any of these positions, the dollars allotted to those schools went back into the general budget. So I called upon Terry from Arts at Large, who I had known from my days in the classroom, to kind of brainstorm ideas of how we could manage to help fill those gaps, which is where Fill the Gaps came from. We ended up partnering with some of our arts partners to provide actual teaching artists to give services to our students.
The staff at Arts at Large has always been just extremely dedicated to hiring only the most talented artist educators and then supporting them in every way possible. So when we knew we were going to do this Fill the Gaps program that had longer term residencies, it made sense for us to offer some professional development classes. It allowed the artists to be reminded of what they were already doing really well in terms of classroom practices, and then help them to pick up some new techniques that would support them even more in their interactions with the students. And as the instructional coach, specifically for the MPS Fill the Gaps initiative, I'm able to go in and work one-on-one with artist educators in the schools to help them feel as successful as they can be and to encourage them to find new ways to reach the students through the arts.
When we first came to Lancaster and started working with the students, we noticed that there was a lot of disconnect between them. There's difficulty in boys and girls working together, a lot of difficult interaction in terms of kids managing emotions, just simple things like patience and understanding cooperation. All of these things kind of help with cooperation, don't they? Respect. We have seen changes. We've noticed that when you have a project for the kids to work on together, that they pull together and that they cross boundaries of kids they don't normally interact with. Kids who are not wanting to take a risk are now leaping in and doing things, and it's so moving.
A lot of them have never had art before, and it's really helping them realize that they can be creative and successful in many other ways. Whether it's in their schools or on their blocks, they need to see success is real for someone like them.
I've been teaching for 29 years. Every year I try to learn something new. This year I learned something new from the artists that came in to teach these programs, the way that they worked with the students, the way that they viewed the students, even when the behaviors weren't the best. And they were able to just turn that behavior around. It helped foster learning in general. So this experience has been really wonderful for me.
My focus was making Lancaster a place where people want to be for staff and students. The Fill the Gaps initiative, by partnering with them for a semester, you can see that we're going in the right direction, and we'd like to continue that momentum going. The artists that worked at Lancaster, all of them, Arts at Large, the Fill the Gaps initiative. Without that, I don't think we'd be where we are now at Lancaster this year, and so I just want to say thanks.